Are we live? Yeah, we're live. Uh, Hi guys, People's States Ball here, and today I am going to, we're going to be continuing to take a look at a scenario where humanity colonizes space, and then, um, last time, my mom suggested, like in the chat last time, mom suggested to, to put, uh, to put um the uh Alice in Wonderland um on the map thing here. So I went ahead and watched the entire movie today. And as I was watching it, I kind of uh did made a map of the movie, and it took like 2 hours, I think. So um there's that so this is that really weird looking room thing that 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 she just like fell into. Here is here's the here's the ocean that uh uh that she made with her tears. Here's the beach with the day night thing that 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 was in the movie. And then here's the forest thing, um, and the white rabbit's house, and then um, and then and then like for a few seconds we saw uh like um like these flowers that were kinda like this, and then this mess right here is the main flower scene. And then here's the scene with the caterpillar. Um, and um, and the tea party thing. And then here's the forest thing that Alice went through. And then the maze with what I'd assume to be the capital of the area. So which is in the maze, and then I think that the capital was there because the queen was there, and then also it's labeled as an empire because because the queen in that movie is referred to once as her imperial highness. Imperial meaning that she probably has an empire. So yeah. If anyone else has any suggestions for real or um, or fictional planets or or like worlds or whatever, um, try sending me a um, a description of um, what the world looks like, uh, like um, like and then like obviously I saw the movie because it was mom's favorite movie, but but um but when I got this Elementa map here, well apart from this island, is um so um so I got this part from um, from Aurora's uh, description of what she was looking at, um, of 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 basically the whole continent from what I'd assume to be right here. So um, so that's where I got this part of it from. For this island here, I kind of just assumed what it looked like because I didn't really get that far into the series yet. And then um, and then all that I really had here, from what I remember, is a description of the color of the grass. So um, so um, but but the fact that grass exists on this planet implies, well, obviously it means that it has life. So I filled in the gaps here and put an ocean here. Um, and then for this part, for Trappist 1D, uh, yeah, Trappist 1D, I already had a map of it, like pretty much fully made on my YouTube channel. So I just filled in the gaps of what wasn't there. But but if anyone has any suggestions for what they want the civilizations to do, so like for example, if they want Cascadia here to expand um or have a rebellion or something, or um just basically anything for a suggestion. Uh, you could put it on the live chat, or um, or um, or after the stream. You could put it in the comments. Uh, I probably won't read the comments, but then again, I might, because I have to go into YouTube Studio to read the comments. I mean, and then, well, no, I don't have to do that, but when I go into YouTube Studio, I do see the comments, so I might see your comment on there, and then I will probably make it happen if I do see it. So, um, yeah, anyway, let's get started. So, um, so first up, Florida is going to, I always forget to put the unsmooth path in, um, and is it, I think it's the liest rendering, but I'm not sure. But but they're going to discover all of the Bahamas, and then they're also going to uh, discover much of the Caribbean. So that is Cuba. Um, I won't find Jamaica because cause kind of far from the rest of the quote mainland Caribbean. So and then this island here in the Bahamas is close to there and to there, and this island in the Bahamas is close to Florida. So they could have done it here. Um, and then they're going to uh, try to find their way back to Florida a quicker way, which they do. So, and then and they do some more exploring of the waters around in the Caribbean. And you know what? I think they could discover Puerto Rico as well. So, um, so Florida is Florida is going to um, colonize most of the Caribbean. Actually, you know what? How about what Florida could get all of this and all of this, but Yucatan, cause like it's right there. So um, so Yucatan is going to also try to find Cuba, and they do it successfully, and uh, and they claim the rest of Cuba before Florida could get to the rest of it. And then you know what? This looks like it's about as far as, if not farther than Jamaica is from Cuba. So we'll also say that. Okay. And then Florida is going to immediately claim Jamaica. Um, and then um, and then Florida is also going to explore north of the country, and um and they discover most, if not all, uh, yeah, so they discover all of the U.S.'s east coast, and um, and Florida does claim most of what they found. So they're getting a bit too big, a bit too fast. So, um, so I think that they would probably have some rebellions happen. So, um, about 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 we have a country that's you know what? How about how about uh how about a really dark blue country? It doesn't look like we already have one of those. So um so the Caribbean is going to rebel against Florida. Um so um so um so yeah, this is not going over too well for Florida, so they're like Florida's like, screw it, have your independence, we don't care anymore. So, um, so they, so the Caribbean gets their independence, and they're going to put their capital right there. Um, and then, Florida is going to claim a little bit more of, of the swamps around, well, a little bit of the swamp surrounding them. Um, and then um, and then France is going to um, then France is going to cross over the mountains into Spain, and then discover a couple more major cities. But they don't really go too far because Spain is pretty much just a massive desert, or that's what I think it is. So they do a little bit of exploring there. Oh wait, I know I was forgetting something. Uh, the Caribbean needs a name, and um, then if you really want to, you could suggest a name for um, for one of the countries, and I will replace it with a different name. But the Caribbean is going to be called Caribbean, and then I got that name from Ada's Pro. So because that is what his Caribbean nation is called. Um, and then um, and then Kalmar is gonna do a bit more exploring into um, into Norway. Um, so they actually find a pretty big chunk of Norway. And they are also going to explore quite a bit of Sweden as well. And then um, and then they actually claim quite a bit of it. And then um so they did claim some of the undiscovered land. So they're going to uh explore a little bit around their undiscovered land. Um um let me just let me just look something up here. Did No, okay. Um okay. Um okay. So don't I don't think that they would have been able to like get telescopes yet, because this is still basically ancient like civilizations. I mean, well, um, well, well, they might have like telescopes, and you know what? We'll say that they invented the telescope in um. How about how about uh how about how about the telescope gets invented in Los Angeles? So um so um so with the telescope, um they're able to um the the first um the first planet to um to be observed with the new telescope is Mars. Oh, wait. Um and then we have over right. So um so now they know about Mars. Um well obviously they could have seen Mars. Like in the night sky it would just look like a dot, like a white dot in the sky to them before. Then they also look at Venus. But yeah, the um the the telescope they have is very basic, and I can't really see lots of stuff. Uh, so um, like um, like I couldn't really make out many details on Jupiter. Um, Same thing. Well, they might have been able to look at Mercury. So so we'll say that Mercury is also known about. Like um, so yeah. Um, and then they think that there might be civilizations on Mars, and we know that there are, but they're not sure yet, because there's only like three big dots on there that they could barely even see, if at all. So they're not sure if there's countries on Mars, but we know there is, but they don't know that. Um, um, and um, also they can't really see uh these outer planets in the sky. They can't see these moons, or well, they can't see any of the moons other than our own in the night sky. They can't see the asteroids, but the only other two planets that they wouldn't really be able to make out many details of is Jupiter and Saturn. Why do I say that? Well, because Los Angeles here is using a very basic, like um like pretty poor quality telescope. So that's why that uh, that's why they were only able to make out like like Mars, Venus, and Mercury, they still do look pretty blurry to them, and like pretty much all they could get out of it is the color, and that's it. But yeah, they do know about those, like more about those planets now, even if it's just barely anything. But yeah. Um. Anyway. Um. So Florida and Texas are going to uh, explore a lot of the eastern U.S. because both of them know uh, that it's pretty green over there. So they explore a lot of eastern North America, and a lot of it is known about now, which just leaves the middle of America, and then I think that that those Western nations would have been used to the desert by now, so they do the rest of it. And now America, well, the U.S. pretty much, is it's mostly known about, and then they also do some exploring into Mexico, um, and that is also mostly known about. So, yeah, we have lots of exploring in the U.S. and Mexico, and then we see most of the same in Europe. All of Spain gets known about. Well, I don't think they would have been able to make it to those islands, but Italy and Greece. So basically, just the like whole continent is known about now. Well, um, well, they probably wouldn't have been able to get up there, but yeah, most of Europe is known about now. And then I don't think they would have been able to. Well, okay, no mind. I don't think they would have been able um, to get to the Alps though, because they're really high mountains. But most of Europe is known about. And then immediately afterward, uh, we see France take lots of new land, like in Italy. Um, actually, I I think I want the borders to look a little bit nicer. Um, yeah, we see massive expansion from France. What? I should not. Yeah, they do not get all that. Um, you know what? We'll say they stop here. There we go. And then, uh, they also claim these smaller islands here. but but France is massive now, so and they did get way too big, way too fast. So they're going to see a lot of rebellions happening. Oh gosh, I think the tolerance is way too high. So um, so we see one breakaway um in the north. We see um we see another one breakaway in Italy. Um, and another one breakaway in um in the um in Greece. So yeah, that's not too good for France. And then France is gonna try to fight back, but um it's not gonna go too well for them. Yeah, it's not going too well for France here. And then they are also going to fight back. And then I don't think Greece can fight back like at all, because they don't really have that good of technology. Um, so France is like fine, whatever. You can get your independence. So so France gives this country uh these um these borders, and um in this country these borders. So yeah, France is like, yeah, France was not very smart there. And then um and then for the names, we have Germany, and we have Rome, and we have Greece. And then you know what? Why don't we make Rome purple? Kinda like that. You know what? It's a bit too dark. I mean light, I mean. So about about that. Um that looks good. So yeah, so yeah, uh so Rome um is now purple. Um, and then we see much of then we see much of the same uh, like rapid exploration happening um, happening in Asia as well. So, um, so not much of Asia is known about. So, most of the world is now known about by these civilizations, and then similar to France, Beijing is also going to expand. They're also going to expand quite a bit, taking over much of modern China. And then again, similar to modern France, we also see many different rebellions in Beijing. It's not responding again. Um, so um, so we see this one in um in the south, as well as this one in in the far western region. Um, that color is a bit too similar to Korea. So how about how about uh how about that color? Okay, and then actually, you know what? How about how about I change Korea's color instead? Okay, there we go. Now Korea has a new color. Um, and then we also see another one right here. So yeah, it's not looking too good for Beijing. So uh yeah, Beijing doesn't really want to fight like like these guys because like they're way too big and powerful and stuff. So they just give them their independence. Um, so these guys' capital would be right there, and then it does. look like I forgot to get rid of the capitals of Taiwan and uh and Hong Kong. So it is this even on the capitals layer? Is the eraser just not working or something? Um, how about it overwrite there? So um I don't think that was actually on the capitals layer. Is it on the cities layer? Uh, yeah, it's on the cities layer. So um so the capital is about right there. Oh, not capital, but that city is about right there. And that city is right there. And that is also their capital. There we go, I fixed it. And then this gray one is gonna be called um South South Beijing. This one is called uh West Beijing. Okay, it's way too small there. So how about that? Oh. Um, how about that? That's how about that? That's better. And this one is called Middle Beijing. Very creative names, I know. And um then we have one more event. Um well, actually two more events happening. So um so the first one, I'm not sure if they actually did this because again I didn't get that from the series, but but the Sky Pack is uniting with the Earth Pack, and then oh okay um and then let me get rid of their name and the capital. So capital is gone, and then so it looks like I did forget to um to put the capital as the major, well, also as a major city. Do that. So capitals and cities. And six. There we go. And get rid of the capital. And then also get rid of the name. and then um, and then the second event that's going to be happening is um, is the Red Empire is oh wait, okay, so um, so they are going to claim part of Trappist 1C. So again around the water there. So that is it for what if humanity. Well, I mean that is it for alternate future of space. Uh, Bye guys.